Hello everybody, here we are today continuing on with our CFL season recaps talking about the Toronto Argonauts. So before we start talking about that, please make sure to subscribe if you're new to me or the CFL, whatever the case may be. That being said, let's get on into it. So 2022 saw the Argos post an 11-7 record and have a surprising Grey Cup victory over the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, capturing their first title since 2017. There was a lot of questions heading into 2023, though, as the team ended up losing McLeod Bethel-Thompson, their starter, as he signed with the USFL, and they had a young and inexperienced Chad Kelly at the helm. Now, there's a lot of stuff talking right now, again, about Chad Kelly and everything that's going to happen there. We're just going to focus on what the 2023 season was, because, again, so many things are going on with all of that we again have to focus on this previous season. And the Argos ended up seemingly unfazed by all the transition that they dealt with from 2022, as they ended up getting a 6-0 record through their first 6 games, 5 wins by 10+ points, and they had a notable win over the BC Lions by 21 points, as the team that won the division in 2021 and 2022 looked even better. Now, they weren't dominant, especially in 2021, but this 2023 side certainly looked like they were dangerous. They did pick up their first loss in Calgary, a road defeat, 20-7 against the Stamps. However, that was because Chad Kelly got injured early in that game, from what I remember. Had he played, they probably win that one as well. So after their first loss, you were thinking maybe they could slip up a little bit. They seemed pretty unfazed, as they would go on to be 12-1 after their first 13 games. Again, another 6-game win streak, as I believe at that point they clinched their division and tried to navigate how to deal with the roster while also preparing for the playoffs and trying to avoid major injuries. And over their final 5 games, they went 4-1. Multiple things went right for this team, and again, it was pretty much in all 3 phases. I'm going to put up a thing over the screen and talk about some things that ended up going really well for this side. Toronto was first in the league for rushing touchdowns, fewest sacks allowed, rushing touchdowns allowed defensively, interceptions, sacks, field goal percentage, punt return touchdowns, and punt return average. And as you can imagine, there were a lot of guys that had really good years. Of course, Kelly, which again is we're going to push him off to the side right now with everything going on there. But other players like Ouellette, looking at Tavares Daniels, looking at Coxey, looking at guys like Javon Leake, looking at somebody like Valarin Ormalade that I thought had a really good year. So many names, as you were seeing some records be broken, and the Argos ended up winning their division, of course, for the 3rd straight season, something that they hadn't done since the 80s, and this historic team that was able to match that 1989 Edmonton side for 16 wins in a season, were hoping to win a 2nd straight championship, something that they haven't done since the 96 and 97 campaigns, and they entered the playoffs awaiting the winner of the Hamilton Tiger Cats and the Montreal Alouettes. That would be Montreal that would win it, and we would see, again, another Eastern Final rematch. And many people, including myself, expected Toronto to take care of business and punch their ticket again to the Grey Cup. However, the Owls had bigger things on their mind, again winning their championship that they did in this season, as they ended up winning this game 39-10. Toronto's offense had a lot of turnovers in this one. We saw 10 total turnovers in the game for Owls defense. To be able to get this done was a huge accomplishment. The Argos averaged the 2nd most points per game in the season. Had they had something meaningful to play for, like their division, for a longer stretch, I'd argue they probably would have been higher in that regard. This was a team that finished first across the board for so many categories, and they weren't even able to make it to the Grey Cup, much like that 1989 Edmonton team. This year was a year that was incredible, but heartbreaking all at the same time, because at the end of the day, in our league, it's about winning a championship. So while it was fun, it didn't end the way they're hoping, which was, again, with a 2nd straight ring. And now they enter the season with a lot of questions, as some players have left. They've been able to retain some players as well, but they have many questions that aren't even circulating about everything on the field. Is some things off the field as well that I'm sure you're all well aware of. And the talk, of course, becomes, is this side, with or without Kelly, going to be able to be a competitive team and see themselves win the division title for a 4th straight season? Or will we see Hamilton or another team out east claim the division title for the first time since 2019? I don't know, but 2023, an incredible year for Toronto where they come up short. Still a record-breaking season in a lot of regards. Anyway, what are your thoughts on the 2023 Toronto Argonauts? Would they go down as the greatest team in CFL history had they won the championship? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Also, please make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. Everybody stay safe and have a great night.